Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the next match here at the MWA Met Stadium 2. The card taking place in the nighttime. This time it's a handicap match as Andre the Giant will face Big John Studd and King Kong Bundy, the Heenan family, in a handicap match. Now, real quick, the cards are based on real life events. This one based on the Met Stadium, not the card, but the arena, the show, the name of the show, blah, blah, blah. The Met Stadium show in 1964, July 4th, 1964, Bloomington, Minnesota, which featured a main event of AWA World Champion Vern Gagne defeating Dick the Bruiser in 3 falls. Had other talent like Larry the Axe Hennig, Rene Goulet, Mad Dog Vachon, Wilbur Snyder, Bob Geigel, future NWA president Bob Geigel. But the cards I'm using are my roster of deceased wrestlers. And I have limited roster space, what I can use. I'm using my main roster, which also houses most of my WWCA wrestlers. But if you do see that I'm missing a deceased wrestler that you want to see him on a card, let me know. Comment below. Maybe I'll be able to put him into a show, or her. Actually, I think I got all the females. Well, no, there's a couple that weren't created from the 50s and 60s, but I got most of the females from this era in the show, I do believe. Maybe I'm missing Sapphire. I don't know if I downloaded her or not, but anyway. So the next matchup, a handicap match, Andre the Giant versus King Kong Bundy and Big John Studd.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Grenoble, France, weighing in at 520 pounds, the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant!
Now I know this Andre the Giant looks closely like the Heenan Family version of Andre. You know, where he let the sideburns grow out. But I'm casting him in the role of good guy, taking on the Heenan Family. Now I wish I could have Bobby Heenan accompany the Heenan family. I have not been able to figure out how in any of their matches yet. Maybe because they've been in either title matches or this handicap match or rivalry matches or whatnot. Maybe I'll be able, I don't know, because there's, you know, he belongs in there. He passed away. He's should be with his family. The other thing, if 2K Sports would listen, you know, why can't we get Heenan as part of the intro name? Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and whether you're a fan of Andre the Giant or the Heenan family, comment. Let me know what you think. If you think any changes should be made.
At a combined weight of 838 pounds, Big John Studd, the superstar, and the family.
Of course, the way they announce teams too is kind of weird. And the family. Anyway, I digress. Might want to try and fix King Kong Bundy's intro. I'm sure King is on there. I don't know about Kong or Bundy, but you know, the superstar just seems kind of bland. You know, you get what you get when you download. Sometimes you don't know that it's a problem till it's already occurred. I'd like to thank everybody who puts in the effort on these creator wrestlers, especially the fact that we can't port our creator wrestlers from one year to the next. You know, that's annoying in its own self. That you know, all right, well, the match is underway as we get started out, and right away, Andre the Giant slamming Big John Studd. Well, he must be wanting that $15,000. Now he's going to whip Studd into the corner. And another slam, just rubbing it in. Well, this time it's a backbreaker. Just rubbing it in how much stronger he is. And Studd claims that Andrea, as he called him, never slammed him, although there's video evidence that he did quite a bit. Always loved the rivalry, though, between Studd and Andre. Andre just shoved Studd away like yesterday's garbage. Oh, a hell of a clothesline from the big man. Whips Andre into his corner. And now a tag, and Bundy comes in. And Stud is gonna slam Bundy into Andre, and now the Heenan family takes over. You remember, this is where in 1985 they cut Andre's hair. But Andre is back in control. It looks like he's gonna go, oh, drops the hips on Bundy's lower back. Reminiscent of a match Andre had against Iron Sheik, where he never let the Iron Sheik get an offensive move in the entire 7 minutes worth of match. He just tossed him around from pillar to post in 1985. You know, Andre was one person, not to break kayfabe or not, but if he didn't like you, you didn't stand a chance. Bundy with a chop. Whips Andre into the corner, and a clothesline from the rear. And the Heenan family is in control right now, the 8th wonder of the world. Double axe handle across Andre's broad back. And another. No, giant. Oh, he blocks it. On a Fez press, or maybe that was a clothesline from the 8th wonder of the world. Bundy with a backdrop. Andre hasn't flown like that since the 70s. And Bundy gonna try and rip Andre's head off. But when you're dead, would it matter? I mean, I guess I could have technically called this a zombie wrestling federation, but I'd rather leave them in human mode and just go with that. I guess there is a way to do zombie mode on this. I don't know if you can do it with created wrestlers. But Stud's back in the ring and drops an elbow. He's going to roll Andre over and go for the cover. But Andre kicks out. Andre's got a lot of fight left in him. Stud pointing at Andre and yelling at the fans, telling, "This your 8th wonder? This your true giant? No, I'm the true giant." He doesn't see Andre getting up behind him, but oh, he does. He was playing possum. Missing with a clothesline, and Andre's gonna slam Stud again. Drops on throat first over the ropes. And now what's Andre gonna do? Stud with a backdrop. Stud covers Andre. Just a reminder, we're about to enter the month of May here in 2019. If you have WWE 2K18 and haven't filled up your downloaded roster spots yet, go get them before the server shut down on May 31st. I know I've been working on it, getting a lot of interesting combinations. I might do some videos of what I got, who knows. Andre slams Stud again. Now he's just going to walk and add insult to injury on Stud. Knee to the back, kick to the shoulder, and Andre plays to the crowd. There are a ton of wrestlers who've passed away in our lifetimes from our childhood, from our parents' childhood. Again, I wish I had unlimited roster spots because I'd add a new guy every week. I'd look at for instance, I'd look at the original Met Stadium 2 card and I'd say, okay, let's get Mad Dog Vachon and put him in the Federation now. But you can't do stuff like that because I just don't have room. So I may swap out guys now and then. And as long as these servers are up and running until May 31st of 2020. And who knows, maybe I'll have an idea for my universe. Or maybe I'll keep going with this, just updated into the next year. Stud with a tree trunk slam on the giant, and he goes for the cover. Oh, and Andre kicks out at the last second. And now Stud's going to tag Bundy in as the Heenan family are working over the 8th wonder. I think Giant's going to need a tag team partner. Not sure who he's going to get. Maybe somebody who equally didn't like the Heenan family. Maybe the big boss man might come and join him. I don't know. Bundy slams Andre. Bundy, impressive. The weight differential in heaven must be a lot different than in Pontiac Silverdome. Andre with a shoulder block. Andre, of course, lost to Stud in the first Met Stadium show. Oh, another, like a headbutt by countout. Stud taking the cheap way out, but hey, a win's a win, and even in heaven. Andre going for the tombstone. Reminiscent of a dead man on Earth. Who thankfully is not in this federation yet, and hopefully won't be for a long time. We wish well to all the current living wrestlers, and hope for the best. Andre with the cover, and Stud's coming in to break it up. And he gets there just in time. And Andre's bleeding, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like, maybe. I don't know. Got kind of a glimpse, and he rubbed his face. Andre gonna go for that squash move again. Andre whips Bundy into the ring. And now he's gonna put the boots to him. Stomp a mud hole. Welcome to the MWA, Bundy. Bundy with a leg trip takedown. Now, thanks to the WWE Ultimate WWE tournament that I'm doing with my son, Buddy Rogers will be joining this federation at the end of this show. And other wrestlers that won tournament that WWE that held the WWE title that have passed on since, like Pedro Morales will eventually be downloaded and joined, and yeah, Bruno Sammartino. Andre, but Bundy kicks out with authority, and this match is going as it drags on longer and longer. Andre doing all the work, has got to be getting tired. He slapped at Bundy's back. Bundy with a trip. Andre with a quick reversal and a clothesline. What's up, boss? As Andre would call his friends in the back. Andre going for the cover. Stud breaks it up at the last second. Now, I guess Andre's not bleeding. It's just the redness of the eyes. And you know, Stud is a or not Stud. Stud is a downloadable character. Andre is a roster character. He's on the game, so it's interesting that they did that with his eyes. Trying to yank Bundy, twist his neck. Chrome Dome, walking condominium, as Gorilla would call him. You know, speaking of Gorilla, I would also like to say that I wish that WWE, besides the unlimited roster space or cloud saves so we can move our cause from... Oh, the ref is down from game to game. I also kind of wish, there's part of me that would wish that we could change the special guest ring announcers, special guest referees, special guest timekeeper, play-by-play announcers, so that we could get like Gorilla and Bobby Heenan doing the show, and have you know, Joey Morella as the referee, and oh, Stud with a trip, and the Heenan family Stud going for the cover. Now they've put a lot of work in Andre, but Andre kicks out, and I think, like I said, Andre's going to need a tag team partner, and maybe they ought to settle this thing and something a little more standard than a regular match. Andre with a shoulder block. Drops the elbow. Oh, it's a hard elbow, and he's covering him from there. 2 and 3, and Bundy can't get in time, so Andre picks up the win. But Andre is hurt, and I still say that this feud is not over between Andre and the Heenan family. Ravishing Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect haven't gotten involved yet. They might. And if it's Perfect involved, you know Hawk will be willing to join Andre. Maybe Big Boss Man, maybe Hawk and Dusty Rhodes. I wonder if you can have a Survivor match. Can you have an elimination match? That'd be awesome. Anyway, if you enjoyed Wichita, click like, comment, tell your friends, share, let them know that their favorite wrestlers from the past are back in action in the MWA. Andre the Giant gets the win.
The 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
That's a good camera angle. And until next time, I'm Vinny Vincent. Thank you for joining.